All right, so I'm on a walk with my sister yesterday, and we're having a great conversation about life and all kinds of stuff. And at one point, she lets a cuss word fly, and she immediately, it's almost like before it was even out of her mouth, she apologized. And we were walking with Wyatt, and he was in the stroller, but he's not even one yet. And very soon he's going to be speaking and absorbing everything we're saying. And at that time, I will, mention it to her and say, hey, try not to say those things around him, because before you know it, he's doing it too. But her apology wasn't for him, and she knew that. Her apology was for me. And you'd be surprised how often I get that because I'm a pastor, right? It's like I am a moral compass for people that they don't want, right? They're standing next to a pastor and they cuss, or they talk about what they did on Friday night or whatever, and they feel ashamed and they don't want to express those things around me. And the thing is I'm out of my mouth right after she said that, right after she said sorry. I said, it's not my job to judge the world. And it was one of those moments where it was really nice to realize that something came out of my heart that I really believe. It's not my job to judge the world. The Bible talks about how Christians are supposed to hold each other to standards, but we're not called to judge the rest of the world by our moral standard. That's God's job. And the reality is that I'm called to love the world and love them right where they're at. And it just made me realize I haven't always been like this. When I was first a Christian in high school and then in college, when I was really chasing after the Lord and growing, I was really judgmental. And my family probably still remembers a lot of that. And a lot of my friends probably still remember that, where I was pretty judgmental. But over the years, I've grown to learn that I have really no place to judge because of where I am and where I've been, but also because that's not what Jesus calls me to. He calls me to love. And so I don't know. I don't want to be people's moral compass. I don't want to, just because it's like I have a big P on my forehead and they're like, oh, I can't be honest. I can't be real. I can't be human. And I just wish people knew, man, there are times where I feel that there's no better word except for what we deem a cuss word in a moment. Whether I say it out loud or say it in my heart, I experience the anger, the frustration, the hopelessness, or whatever that might cause me to use that word. So, yeah, I guess that's just my honest thought for the day. I wish people could just be humans around me without assuming, oh, pastor, and you can't be real around him. So, that's the thought for the day.